What is up? We are back again with another episode of Gunny Tales. Wanted to say happy Halloween to everybody and figured we would do a Halloween story. So I'm gonna probably rip this thing off because I doubt you guys are gonna hear me that well in that. But yeah, welcome back to Gunny Tales, where we tell some stories from my 20 years that I did in the Marine Corps. And today we are going to go back to Halloween of 2009. I just got back in with 1-6 and I got selected to staff sergeant. And at that time, it was me, my twin brother was living with me, and I had 2 other Marines that were living at my house. So it was party central at that time, the good old Sergeant Hornacek days. And so we had a huge Halloween party. And I know crap told, I didn't want any issues, to be honest with you. So I said, I just want the normal people that would party with us at our house. And you had to wear a costume. That was the thing. Everybody wore a costume and it went off without a hitch. It was pretty legit. Everybody was there with costumes. Everybody was having a good time. Then around midnight, a group of people showed up. It was 3 dudes and a chick, I think. Can't remember. Anyways, they didn't have costumes or whatever. And I was like, who? It was someone that invited someone that invited, whatever. Anyways, they came. Everything was fine. But this one dude just kept fucking with my buddy's girl. It wasn't really his girlfriend, but she was to the point where she was sitting on the couch in the living room and halfway passing out, just no one was even fucking with her. Everybody's playing pool, beer pong, doing shots, and this dude kept sitting down beside her and just kept trying to talk to her. And my buddy came up to him and was like, hey, leave her alone, man, she's done for the night or whatever. He's like, oh, whatever, man, I ain't doing nothing. And just the dude was being annoying. It was being a creeper. So anyways, a couple minutes later, he's sitting there and he puts his arm around her, and my buddy comes up to him, was like, yo, dude, leave her alone. I said something to you once. This is sort of, messed up. You just leave her the hell alone. He stands up. He's like, fuck you, man. Fucking blah. Just starts running his mouth. And so I come over there. I'm like, I hear people arguing. It's my house. I don't even know the other dude. So I see my buddy. It's game on at that point. So I go over there and I said, what the fuck's going on here? And this dude's like, fuck you, man. It ain't none of your business. It's my house. I already sort of knew the issue that was going on, but you don't talk to me like that in my house. So I just blasted it, dude. I'm not going to argue with someone because I'm not going to give you the chance to hit me. So I hit him, followed it up with a couple more punches. He ended up into the living room, hit him a few more times, and then I just picked him up and threw him out the front door. He starts running his mouth outside. I'm like, cool, man, see you later. So I guess he leaves. The other people are bitching and complaining. I'm like, whatever, dude. I was like, he wouldn't leave her alone. You don't talk shit to someone in their own house, whatever. So he leaves. As he's walking down the street, I guess a cop's driving by. Cop sees a dude at 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 a.m. He gets arrested, or not arrested, but the cop picks him up, comes back to my house, and I left this out. I'm dressed up as a chick at this Halloween party. I got fishnets on. I'll show a picture right now. All right, so here I am. This one's going a little fast, but that's me in a skirt and fishnets. And then my twin brother and I, way before I had a million and goddamn tattoos. And then we won't tell the Marine Corps at the time, but yeah, I had my nipples pierced while I was in. But imagine getting beat up by what I'm about to show you guys, all right? So I'll throw up the picture and then we'll come back to this. So anyways, he gets picked up by the cops. They come back to the house. He's bitching to the cops saying all this different shit. So I'm like, fuck, man. We tell him sort of the story and everything. And then I go back in the house. The cop tries following me. I'm like, no, you don't need to come in my house. I go inside. My buddy John's like, I'll just say he sucker punched me first. And just wham, wham, wham. wham, punched himself in the face 3 times. As soon as he done it, his eye swelled up. So we go outside. He tells the cops taking pictures of him, all this stuff. Nothing happens that night. The dude's bitching about wanting his hat that's in the house. I get the hat, give it to him. He leaves. The next morning, and the cop's like, I don't know if I would call the police if I got beat up by a dude in fishnets. Like, he was like laughing and shit. So anyways, the next morning around 9 a.m., that same cop comes out to my house and he's like, hey, you know, he went to the magistrate, whatever, filed assault charges. He was like, I'm not going to put you in cuffs. I'm not going to do whatever, but if you could just follow me downtown, we could book you in and do all that. I'm like, cool. Anyways, we do all that. I get a court date. I go to court. He's there. He's got like his friends that were all with him. And I get it postponed because I'm going to get a lawyer. And they set it to a specific date. That date was while I was in Afghanistan and Marjah that time. So my lawyer got it postponed again to when we got back. Basically, by the time we ended up going to court was about a year and some change after the actual incident happened. When we showed up to court for me getting charged with assault, this dude tried to like embellish the whole story and like try to say like, yeah, you know, like they tried to get me, but like I hit them, and just like a bunch of dumbass shit. And I had one of my buddies with me. He didn't have any of his witnesses with him because most of the people were probably either got orders or gone or whatever. I had my buddy with me, and he told the story and everything, and the judge basically looked at that dude and was like, you would have probably had a better chance to try to charge the other guy with assault than you did this guy. And he was just like, not guilty, case dismissed, whatever. I can't remember exactly what he said. But yeah, I don't know. I figured you guys would like to hear that story. It was a funny one. It's one of my funnest Halloween stories, just because I was in a skirt and fishnets and a wig, and I beat the shit out of some dude, and he called the cops while I was dressed up like a chick. And but yeah, we're gonna keep doing these gunny tales and stories. I'm gonna see how long this can go, and hopefully it actually turns into a thing. So if you guys enjoy these, share them with your friends, add some people. I'm posting these on Facebook, TikTok, sorta, Instagram, and mainly YouTube. YouTube is sort of where I'm trying to get most of the stuff to go. But I appreciate everybody that's been following along so far, and all the new people that's joining along. I made a folder on YouTube specifically for the Gunny Tale videos. That way you don't really have to search, so you can look on playlists and you'll see the Gunny Tales. It'll have the actual videos and some of the shorts and everything like that in there. So again, I appreciate everybody. Thank you, and be safe out there tonight for Halloween, and have a good time.